Vietnam is at the top of many travelers' wish lists due to its breathtaking national parks, dazzling metropolises, and tranquil islands. It is simple to see why Vietnam is one of Southeast Asia's most sought-after travel destinations. It boasts delicious food, is reasonably priced, and has some of Asia's most breathtaking scenery. Countless places in the nation are highlighted, but some should be noticed. This video will look at the top 10 places to visit in Vietnam. Before we begin, please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and do give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy it. Turn on the bell icon to receive notifications about upcoming videos. Let's start our video. 1. Ho Chi Minh City. A contemporary metropolis rich in history and tourist attractions, Ho Chi Minh City is a fantastic site to begin your trip to Vietnam and get a sense of the culture. The city is like any other giant metropolis in Southeast Asia. It has traffic congestion, a thriving nightlife, and many things to do for its tourists. The Vietnam War Museum is also located there, and a visit is highly advised. The Saigon Central Post Office and the Notre Dame Cathedral of Saigon are two spectacular examples of colonial-era architecture in Ho Chi Minh that ought to give you a sense of how heavily outside influence has affected this city. You can taste all the fantastic Vietnamese street cuisine, including the French-inspired banh mi sandwich and the excellent Vietnamese coffee, my favorite kind of coffee in the entire world, along Pham Nhu Lao Street, the tourist area. Chu Chi Tunnel. The Chu Chi Tunnel is a network of historic linking tunnels from the Vietnam War that was utilized by the Viet Cong to drive the U.S. forces out of the nation, and is about 2 hours from Ho Chi Minh City. There are numerous connecting tunnels that travelers can visit, and from Ho Chi Minh City, frequent day trips and guided tours are available. But beware, the tunnels are tiny, so going inside is not advisable if you have claustrophobia. Before you can descend these extremely humid and small tunnels to witness for yourself, you will learn more about the Vietnam War and the guerrilla strategy used by the Viet Cong to defeat U.S. forces at the Cu Chi Tunnel. It makes sense to visit the Cu Chi Tunnel if you are interested in Vietnamese history or the Vietnam War. 3. Mekong Delta. The Mekong River, the 12th longest river in the world, travels from the Tibetan Plateau through 6 nations: China, Myanmar, Laos, Thailand, Cambodia, and finally Vietnam, before coming to a rest in the Mekong Delta. The Mekong Delta is teeming with life, a labyrinth of waterways, from stunning mangrove trees to lush paddy fields. Numerous cities and villages in the region depend on the Mekong River's abundant resources for their existence. Can Tho, one of the most populated cities in the region, is an excellent location to see firsthand how the residents have modified their way of life to fit the flood plan. 4. Hoi An. One of the most picturesque cities in Vietnam is Hoi An. Between the 15th and 19th centuries CE, this historic port town played a significant role in Southeast Asian trade. Each year, a considerable number of visitors from all over the world come to this old town because of the stunning fusion of local and foreign influences on its architecture. Hoi An is just too gorgeous to overlook, even though it can occasionally get busy, especially at night, along the river. Instead, you can spend your time touring the historic town's winding alleyways in the morning, going to the Japanese Bridge, and taking a relaxing lunch break at one of the town's many restaurants, where you can eat some of the best food in Vietnam, such as khao lao, the signature noodle dish, bánh bò vạc, Vietnamese dumplings, and banh mi, Vietnamese baguette sandwich. 5. My Son. My Son Sanctuary is a remote ancient ruin dating from the 4th to the 13th century CE. It's about an hour's drive from Hoi An, and you can visit the isolated ruin as part of a day's trip or through this tour company that runs out of the old town. The My Son Sanctuary is a fantastic illustration of the Champa Kingdom's skilled craftsmanship from the 4th century when it ruled this region of Vietnam. Hindu in origin, the temples and the towers at My Son are similar to the ancient ruin sites that can be seen all around Thailand and Cambodia, including the renowned Angkor Wat in Siem Reap. Visit My Son Sanctuary if you are interested in history and are searching for something to do in Hoi An for the day. It would be a shame if you traveled all the way to Hoi An and failed to witness this old ruin with your own eyes, because it is one of the few locations in Vietnam where you will find this kind of ruin. 6. Phong Nha. Song Dung Cave, the world's largest cave, is located in Phong Nha and is a must-visit if you're seeking a little adventure in Vietnam's cave region, which has rapidly gained popularity, with good reason. Phong Nha is one of the few locations in Vietnam still regarded as off the beaten path. There are just sandstone mountains and rice paddies surrounding this exceedingly remote spot. Some of the most stunning natural caverns in the world are concealed in plain sight beneath these sandstone mountains. Some people claim that Song Dung Cave, The largest cave in the world, and located right here in Ninh Binh, is so large that it has its own climate system. However, booking an expedition costs more than $3,000. Getting it is also costly. Fortunately, Phong Nha is home to several other caverns worth seeing, such as the spectacular Paradise Cave, which is filled with impressive stalactites and rock formations. 7. Ninh Binh. Another excellent destination you may have yet to hear is of Ninh Binh, a little town that is only an hour away from Hanoi. The city itself is nothing exceptional, but Ninh Binh is worth a visit because of all the gorgeous environments you can explore in the area surrounding the city. You may get a good view of how gorgeous the area around Ninh Binh is at places like Hang Mua Cave Viewpoint. You must ascend 500 stone steps to reach the viewpoint, where you can see the spectacular limestone mountains encircled by rice paddies and the Tam Kok River flowing through them. Additionally, you may rent a boat to get an up-close look at the Tam Kok River and some of the most beautiful mountain temples in the area, like the Bic Dong Pagoda, an old tiered pagoda tucked inside a mountainside. 8. Hanoi. Getting outside and tasting the mouth-watering street cuisine of Hanoi is one of the most amazing things to do. Motorbikes weave through the streets of Hanoi, and vibrant capital of Vietnam, like uncontrollable river currents. The Tran Quoc Pagoda, the city's oldest Buddhist temple, and another excellent site to scroll about in the evening, is one of Hanoi's top tourist attractions. You can also stop by and marvel at the magnificent Presidential Palace and the Ho Chi Minh Mausoleum in the exact same location. As you can see, Hanoi has a lot to offer, and it is the best spot in Vietnam to be if you want to experience the vibrant city and youthful energy of the Vietnamese people. 9. Ha Long Bay. As you sail around Ha Long Bay, stopping at isolated beaches and villages, you'll find yourself in this idyllic environment of hundreds of sandstone mountains spread out into the water. It is one of Vietnam's most picturesque locations, and it is unquestionably worthwhile on the trip from Hanoi. However, if you want more immersed experience in Ha Long Bay, avoid party boats and look for a more nature-centric tour. Depending on the length and caliber of your encounter, you may reserve a life aboard for anywhere between $50 and $150. 10. Sapa. One of the favorite destinations to visit in Vietnam is Sapa. You can wander around the area in the cold highland breeze among the stunning mountains and hills with rice terraces. The Black Hmong minority also call Sapa home, and you will notice them as soon as your bus pulls into the city. You could feel overrun by the number of individuals trying to sell you items in Sapa because it is a popular destination for visitors to hang out and for the Hmong minority to make money. You can also travel to the nearby Love Waterfall and Silver Waterfall, the two highest waterfalls in Vietnam, which raise 3,143 meters, or 10,311 feet above sea level, and are the highest in Vietnam. That concludes today's video. Thank you guys for watching and for your continued support. Please like and subscribe for more videos. Here are some fantastic videos that you will enjoy. Simply click on the left or right video to watch it.